All right. Good evening and welcome to this Yoga for Recovery, Resilience, and Realization. My name is Brian, and I'm delighted to be back with you. It's been a minute. I've missed you all in these Sunday afternoons, and I'm grateful to be back with you. Want to start with a bit of gratitude for all of the guest teachers that have covered for me while I've been away. It's been an honor to be supported in that way. And let us take that as our intro to our first guiding principle, which is support precedes action. So remember that as you start your practice today, find your supports first. Always be in your supported position before beginning to move into whatever it is that we're moving into, and to maintain your awareness of your support as you move through whatever it is that we're moving through. Um, wow. Okay, just noticed something here. Oh, let me fix that real quick. We're okay. We're going to breathe, one of our first tools. So remember that we use the five tools here: breath, meditation, mindful movement, guided rest, and gratitude are the five tools that we use for self-regulation. We're going to use our five tools to introduce a awareness of how to maintain and manage our mind states and our relationship to the present moment. And we're going to do that in a series of breaths, and then we'll do a little bit of movement just to get the body opened a little bit, and then we'll end with the twist and our guided rest. All in all, here will be about 45 minutes tonight, give or take. I'm a little rusty, so my timing might be off a bit, but we will ensure that we're out by the top of the hour for sure. So, with that, I invite you to find a supported posture, whatever that means to you. Feel into whatever part of your body is in contact with something. Maybe your feet are flat on the floor underneath your knees, hip distance apart. Maybe you're sitting cross-legged, sides of your calves and sides of your feet in contact with the floor. However you are, maybe you're lying on your back with your legs up the wall. However, maybe you're lying down entirely. However you are, wherever you are, feel into the physical sensation of whatever part of your body is in contact with something. And bring your awareness to that physical sensation of connection at those parts of your body. And open your awareness and mind to the possibility that that physical sensation of connection is support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? What is it like to know that support is always available in this moment? And then feeling into those supports, I invite you to imagine that you could root down through those supporting connections. And from rooting down, I invite you to lengthen through the spine, through the side body, through the crown of the head. Experiment with tucking the chin and shaking the head till you feel that release at the back of the neck, and feel the full length of your spine to the base, from the base to the crown. And then notice what happens in your body, in your torso in particular, as the spine elongates and aligns. And then holding the spine elongated and aligned, I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath, finding your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages. And begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following the inhalation all the way into the body, wherever it goes for you. And following the exhalation all the way out of the body, letting go completely, emptying completely in this moment, releasing all into this moment. And hold your awareness right there. Be right there at the beginning of the next inhale, following that inhale in, and that exhale out. And continue to breathe in this manner, deep, long, full inhalations. and complete exhalations. And notice again in your torso in particular what happens as you follow the breath in and out. As you've established yourself here in the present moment, I'll invite you on your next inhale to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. Feeling the thumb knuckles resting against the sternum, or maybe the palms resting over the heart. And feeling the connection between the hands and the heart, the warmth of the hands against the body, the beating of the heart beneath the hands. Begin to notice how the rhythm of the heart begins to align with the rhythm of the breath. And as you feel into the alignment of your breath and your heartbeat, I invite you to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Again, one of the tools, gratitude. Let gratitude arise for you without judgment, without commentary. Just notice for yourself what arises when gratitude is called forth. Any one thing for which you are grateful this evening, perhaps simply the possibility of gratitude today. And as you witness yourself seated in gratitude in this space, I invite you to consider anchoring your gratitude in your heart space and holding it there for the duration of our practice this evening. And then finally, this evening, if you choose, I invite you to be intentional about your practice by setting an intention for your practice. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhalation, or to just simply keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you to now state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then listening as the echoes of your intention reverberate in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to allow your chin to drop to your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo, Namaste. Then lift the chin, release the hands. Come to a supported seated posture if you're not already there. If you're already there, maybe you want to switch your cross. We're going to be seated for a couple minutes here. We're going to do some breath work. And so you may find that, seating cross-legged, if you haven't done it recently, is a little challenging. I'm laughing because I was just saying to my partner, I'm a little out of practice here. It's been a minute or two since I've been in this posture. And anyway, time and gravity will get us all in the end. And anyway, so with find your supported posture, root into your connections, your sits, your feet, your seat, whatever it is that is, or lengthen your spine. We're going to breathe. We're going to breathe in an active, fading, active fashion. We're going to do a Bastrika or bellows type breath, a Kambuka or mind cleaning breath, frontal brain cleansing breath. We're going to do that for a couple of minutes, utilizing a couple of different postures. So the first posture is going to be with the hands, thumb and forefinger come together, lightly touching. Gyan Mudra, we're going to drop the back of the palms to the knees, palms up for inspiration. If you feel you need a little more grounding, turn your palms down and root perhaps your fingertips to the floor. That's going to be the first arm position. The second arm position will extend the arms out from the shoulders, palms up, extending to the far reaches or side reaches, lateral reaches of your space. And in the third hand position, we'll bring the hands to prayer Anjali Mudra at the chest. We're going to be here for a minute in each of those postures. And the breath is an in and out through both nostrils, full inhalation, full exhalation. However, we're exaggerating a bit on the exhale by pumping the diaphragm. Now, if you are pregnant and or on your menstrual cycle, please do not pump the diaphragm. Just simply take long, deep inhale, complete exhale, just like we were doing at the beginning of the class. If you are using the pumping, do not over exaggerate the exhale. The tendency is to over exaggerate the exhale by over pumping, and breath is equal. Full inhalation, full exhalation. We're just using the diaphragm to help emphasize our connection to the present moment. Don't overthink it. Do the best you can. We'll be here for a moment. So let's take a cleansing breath. Full inhale through both nostrils. Complete exhale. And then inhale to prepare. And begin. Now, you're in your space, in the privacy of your own space by design. You will find your own rhythm. So your breath rhythm may be very different than mine. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Body is very still. Awareness is on the breath in the nostrils and maybe the diaphragm. Focus is at the brow point. If the eyes are closed or if your eyes are just narrow, just focus on something not moving beyond the tip of your nose. Be very still, be very present, be in the breath. Just inhaling and exhaling. Extend the arms if you like, palms up, fingertips reaching toward the walls or whatever it is at the boundary of your space. Continuing the breath. Again, body very still. Awareness on the breath. Focus at the brow point or the tip of the nose. We're just breathing with intention and focus. Mindful movement. Here the movement is of the breath. Part of our prayer ritual, knowing we can do the next thing because we're in the breath. If you choose, bring your hands to prayer at the chest. Thumbs resting lightly on the breastbone, palms lightly pressing, fingertips pressing, top and heel of the palm pressing. There's a slight gap between the actual palm, the center of the palm. The heartbeat is beating into that gap, and the breath is coming and going. Again, very still, very aware, very focused. Take a full inhalation. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, and at the heart. Relaxing the shoulders, dipping the chin slightly, feeling the full length of the spine, being very still. And when you are ready, exhale, release the breath, release the palms to the knees, bring thumb and forefinger together. Turn your attention inward and just notice your experience. Notice what's shifted for you. Notice what 3 minutes of focused breath can do to manage and or regulate your mind state. Notice where you feel what you feel without judgment, without aversion. Just be still. Take a full inhale and a complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Your eyes open if they're closed. Change the cross of your legs if you need to, or if you want to, or maybe just do it just for the experience of doing it. Give yourself an opportunity to shift your hips and reconnect with your sits bones. Reseat yourself in your extended posture, align and extend the spine. And prepare for our next breath, which is a cosmic breath 2. Again, activating breath. Now, there's a movement included in this breath. So on the inhale, the heart and chest will come forward. The lower spine will arch a little bit. The crown will lift. The heart will lift. Inhale is again through the nostrils, full inhalation. On the exhale, we will round the spine slightly. So we'll dip the chin toward the chest and bring the middle of the spine out or back behind you a little bit, pressing back and rolling the hips under. Exhaling completely through both nostrils. So the inhale, we arch and lift. The exhale, we round and release. Now, the breath in and out through the nostrils is going to be broken up into 2 parts. So we're going to inhale halfway and then finish. So a 2-part inhale and 2-part exhale. Now, one last thing, there's an arm movement here. The hands will slide. Palms will be down on the knees. On the inhale, we'll slide the hands halfway up the thighs on that first inhale, the rest of the way up to the thighs on the second inhale, halfway down the thighs on the first exhale, and back over the knees on the second exhale. So it looks and feels like this. Now, again, we're only going to be here for a minute, so don't overthink it. Take a cleansing breath, full inhalation, a complete exhale. And then let us begin. Inhaling 2-part, exhaling 2-part. Arching and lifting on the inhale, rounding and releasing on the exhale, finding your own rhythm, your own pace, your own breath, your own practice. Now, continuing that, We're going to add a little twist here on the inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, two-part through the mouth. Purse the lips and exhale. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the mouth. Still arching and lifting on the inhale. Still rounding and releasing on the exhale. Inhaling through the nostrils. Exhaling through the mouth. Continue that. And then this time we're going to add the final movement, which is inhale, exhale, and then switch. The next inhale will come through the mouth in two parts. Exhale through the nostrils, two parts. Inhale, nostrils, two parts. Exhale, mouth, two parts. Inhale, mouth, two parts. Exhale, nostrils, two parts. Continue. Alternating on each round. Full inhalation. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin, bringing everything centered. Be very still. As you are ready, release the hands to the knee, palms up. Release any holding. Lengthen the spine, breathe fully in, full inhalation. Notice your experience. Notice the sensations. Notice the energetic flow. Notice any areas of tightness. Notice what you notice. Just be in your own experience. Again, 3 minutes of breath. What does that do to your mind state? What does that do to your presence? Breath, mindful movement. Check in with your gratitude. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Bring your eyes open if you had them closed. Go ahead once again and change your crisscross. Allow yourself to resettle into your seat. Find your supports, root in, lengthen and align, be present. We're going to do one more breath here. We're going to balance all that out. Maybe you feel a little active. I certainly do. Maybe you feel you need a moment to clear your passageways. Go ahead and do that if you need to. And then bring yourself back to yourself. Check in with your gratitude, your spinal alignment and lengthening. Tucking in the chin, the releasing of the back of the neck. Our final movement is going to be a balancing breath. So We're going to breathe in through the left nostril. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this one. We're going to breathe in fully through both nostrils in a count that is appropriate for you. So I'm going to do a 5 count, and I will count the first 2 iterations or so just to give you a sense of where I am. But you're going to find your own count that's right for you, that what leads you to a full inhalation. So inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for a moment at the top, and then exhale for 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for a moment at the bottom, and then begin. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue that rhythm. And then begin to find your own pace. So your pace may be different than my 5. So just figure for yourself what it is that it takes for you to have a full inhale, pause, and a full exhale. Again, the body's very still. Awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. Focus is at the brow point or the tip of the nose, and you're just breathing. Full inhales and complete exhales. Settling into this, allowing everything to settle and be still. All right, now continuing that pattern, we're going to add, if you choose, a little light retention. So inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing finding your own rhythm. Continuing, if you like, we're going to add a little light retention at the bottom of the exhale. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing. If you find that the retaining throws you off your rhythm, then just drop the retaining or just do a pause. Last round, wherever you are. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Cleansing breath in. Cleansing breath out. Open the eyes if they're closed. And then come around to your mat. We're going to move a little bit. I feel like need to move the body a little bit. And we'll kind of move through some postures here, very gentle here. So come onto your back to begin. Oh, goodness. And extend your legs. Oh, and then lengthen through the crown. Oh, goodness gracious. Let your toes fall open, bring your heels together, bring your palms up by your hips, lengthen through the crown, and then imagine you could pull down on your side body so you feel your lower spine against the mat, and then feel the back side of your body supported. So scan the body from the heels to the crown, and notice that you are in contact with the mat wherever part of your body is touching. So back in the heels, back in the calves, back in the thighs, back in the glutes, the lower spine in particular, middle spine, upper spine, shoulder, shoulder girdle, back of the head, that soft spot at the back of the skull, back of your triceps, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, and then the back of your palms. There you are on your mat. Breathe in here. And breathe out here. Ooh. Bring the palms down next to your hips. And go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together and move your heels toward your hips. Now find the place where, so you're basically opening your knees and opening your hips. Now find the alignment of the heels to the hips such that you can feel the most opening for you of your hips and your knees. Now, if your knees need support, take your block and place it. Where's my block? See if I can demonstrate this. Take your blocks and place them underneath your knees to support your knees in this posture so that you can feel the hips open a little bit. We're just breathing here. Go ahead and bring your hands to your abdomen, your lower belly. Just rest them lightly there. Notice how in this posture, the lower belly is released. The abdomen is released. This is a opening or relaxing posture for the core. That third chakra, Manipura, there at the navel point, that is relaxed here and open. Svadhisthana, the second chakra, at the cervix or the root of the genitals, that is open and relaxed here. Muladhara, the first chakra at the base of the spine, that is open and relaxed here. The knees are open and relaxed here. The soles of the feet are resting lightly on each other, supporting each other, and you're breathing here. Full inhale, down into the belly. Feel that abdomen rise into your hands. Complete exhale. Emptying completely. Notice the supports grabbing gravity, holding and hugging you on the exhale. Full inhale. Complete exhale. If your blocks are used, if you're supporting your knees with your blocks, go ahead and remove your block because we're going to move a little bit. And then take your hands to the outside of your thighs. Bring the knees together. Bring the heels a little closer to the hips. Press into the feet. And notice when you press into the feet how the pelvic bowl will tilt. So you feel the lower part of your buttocks begin to roll up off that mat. Bring the knees together and then keep your knees parallel. Now, we're not necessarily pressing the knees together, but we are slightly rotating the thighs inward so that the knees stay in alignment. And then just continue that movement as you tilt the pelvic bowl, begin to press into the feet and lift the lower spine. So the buttocks come up off the mat, the lower spine comes up off the mat. Now this may be your edge, just be here. If you like, you can continue to press into the feet and lengthen the knees away from the face as the lower spine lifts, the middle spine lifts. Belly button rises toward the ceiling and maybe the upper spine lifts also. Oh, this is our bridge posture here. No weight in the head or neck. This is all in the shoulders as we lengthen. Now notice the tendency of the knees to flop open. So again, rotate those thighs inward. Keep the knees moving toward each other, maybe lightly touching. Breathe here into your bridge. Full inhale. Complete exhale. If you find you're bobbing and rocking and releasing, so we're retreating on the exhale, see if you can hold steady here. Calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within your own body. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. Exhale, gently roll the upper spine back down, middle spine back down, lower spine back down, buttocks back down. Bring the knees into the chest. Finish the exhale. Reach up and grab just below the knees and squeeze. Feel that opening. And then go ahead and extend the left leg long, just hovering above the mat. Take your both hands to the right knee and bring the right knee towards the right shoulder as you lengthen and open through that hip girdle. Feel that opening. Breathe in. Full inhale. And complete exhale. Point and flex the toes. Roll the ankles. Roll the ankles in the opposite direction. Inhale here. Open up. Exhale, release the hands from the right knee, extend the right leg, hovering over the mat, bring the left knee into the chest, reach up and grab just below the knee with both hands and bring the left knee in toward the left shoulder. And again, squeeze and lengthen open. Point and flex the toes. Rotate the ankles. Rotate the ankles in the opposite direction. Full inhale here, open up, breathe. Oh, bring that knee in. Breathe, relax the shoulder girdle. No extra effort here, without an ounce of extra effort. Just breathing in here, calm, steady, sure, and focused on your own body. Now you can exhale, release the left leg long and bring the right knee in. Bring the palms down alongside the hips, or if you need a little more support, bring the thumbs underneath the sits bones. That'll provide you a little more support here. If you need even more support, bring the back of the palms underneath the SI joint at the top of the buttocks. Wherever your hands are for support, just find that and then find your breath and begin to move with your breath. Alternating on each breath. Bring the knee in, extend the opposite foot. Find your breath. Find your rhythm. And continue moving with breath. Mindful movement. Be aware of the breath. So the breath starts the movement. So when the breath stops, the movement stops. Maybe you have some more room for your foot to move, your knee to move. But if your breath has stopped, that's where your movement stops. You're moving with breath. Be mindful. Stay with this. Notice what happens as your breath begins to get a little bit out of sync. Maybe is your movement still calm and steady. Bring both knees in and extend the feet toward the ceiling, pressing through the heels. Point the toes back toward the face. And then make sure you have it rolled up off your buttocks so that your lower back is on the mat, supported, fully supported here. Now you have an option here. Again, you can bring your hands underneath the sits bones or underneath the SI joint for more support. You can bring one leg down at a time, scissoring. Or if you like, you bring both legs down. On the exhale, On the inhale, legs come up. So leg or legs come up on the inhale, leg or legs go down on the exhale. Leg lifts, inhaling up, exhaling down, whether you're doing one leg or both. You're working with your breath, moving with your breath. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice here. Mindful movement with breath. The goal is to induce a meditative state. Don't overthink it. Don't over effort it. Just be in your practice. Inhale up. Exhale. Bring the knees into the chest. Reach up and breathe just below the knee and squeeze as you exhale. And then lightly rock a little side to side, releasing any tension in the lower back. Maybe even rotate your hips. If you do rotate your hips, please go in both directions, balancing that out, releasing anything. And then go ahead and release the legs to the floor and roll to your belly, either direction. All right, bring the hands underneath the shoulders so that the thumb is lightly touching the breast line. Maybe the inside of your ribs the inside of your wrists are lightly touching your ribs. Toes are extended, tops of the feet down. And the forehead, the nose, or the chin toward the mat. From here, press lightly into the fingertips, bring the elbows down toward the hips. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Press into the tops of the feet, feel the knees engage. Continue to lengthen through the crown. Maybe you feel the face come up off the mat. Maybe you feel the heart lift, the chest lift. This is your cobra. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Check your positioning of your hands. Maybe even pick up your hands to feel that you're using your back and not your hands. Breathe here, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes, press up to a tabletop posture. Bring the knees in underneath the hips. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. So a lot of you think your shoulders are way out here. They're not. So it'll almost feel like you're dipping under. What you'll really want to feel is that length in the side body. Press into the fingertip and the heel of the palm. Now that movement we did while seated during the cosmic breath too, that arching and lifting, rounding and releasing, we're going to do that here in this posture just for a couple of breaths. So inhale, arch, so the belly feels like it's dropping toward the mat. Lower spine is arching, heart comes forward, crown comes up. On the exhale, we round and release, rounding the spine, releasing the chin, tucking the hips under. Move with your breath. Inhale. Arch and lift. Exhale. Round and release. Now you have a different alignment in your spine. Oh my God, look at time flies when you're having fun. You have a different alignment in your spine here, so you may feel like you could get a little more arch and lift than when you were seated. Maybe not. One more here. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale, curl the toes and press into the palms and lift the knees. Just find that length. So you're pressing out of the fingertip and the heel of the palm. The arms are long and you're lifting through the hips. The crown is dropping toward the mat. The chest and stomach are moving back toward the thighs. The heels are high, the knees are bent. Neck is relaxed, and then release your heels toward the mat. This is your downward dog. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here, bend your right knee, press back through your left heel. Ooh, feel that difference. Hips high, crown released. On your next inhale, bend the left knee, press back through the right heel. Oh, lift the hips, release the crown. My goodness. Inhale here. Bend both knees, lift the hips, and then release both heels. Down dog, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. Look up between your hands. As you exhale, gently walk your feet forward between your hands, coming into a forward fold. Release the hands, release the head. Release the arms. Release the neck. Maybe grasp your elbows in front of or behind your legs to add a little support here, bracing. Finding your forward fold, releasing your crown fully. Forehead comes toward the shins. Take a breath here. Full inhale. Lift the hips, rock back into the heels. Release the head. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands if you're holding your elbows. Bring your palms to your shins. Press the palms, straighten the arms, lift the torso, flat back. Supported halfway up. Exhale, slide the hands down, release the forehead toward the shins, forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, press the palms, straighten the arms, support yourself as you lift the back, parallel. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees and slowly roll up. We're going to stand upright. Whoo. Saving the head and neck for last. The shoulders will naturally roll up and down. The palms will turn forward. The fingers will release. The chin will relax. The crown will get long. Feel that blood flowing from the head now back to the heart. Feel your feet and yourself balanced on your feet, standing on your own 2 feet. Having your own back, being in your own space. This is you in the mountain pose, Tadasana. On the inhale, take your arms up. Maybe roll the eyes up and look up, see your thumbs. Tall mountain, full inhalation. On the exhale, hinge and fold. On the inhale, come to a flat back, supported or not. On the exhale, fold, release the head, release the hands. On the inhale, bend the knees, slowly roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time, bringing the arms up, tall mountain. On the exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Press back. Drop the right knee at the top of the right foot. Let's take a moment to open the hip a little bit more. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. On your inhale, bring your hands to your knee. Left palm underneath, right palm on top of the left. Exhale here. On your inhale, straighten your arms to lift the torso. This is your supported lunge. Feel into pressing into that left heel, down into that right knee, lengthen through the crown, tuck the chin. Roll the eyes up as you inhale. Maybe take your arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot. Curl the toes and lift the right knee. Inhale, press back through the right heel, down into the left heel. Feel the lunge, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, step the right foot forward to join the left. Release the head, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Step the left foot back into a lunge. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Lengthen through the crown. Inhale, press down into the right foot heel. On your next inhale, bring the hands to the knee. Right hand underneath, left hand on top. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, straighten the arms to lift the torso. Roll the eyes up. Press down into that right heel, left knee. Inhale, take the arms up, maybe. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, the left knee, press back to the left heel. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward to join the right. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Gather as you go. Exhale, release the hands. All right, last one. Here we go. Sun salutation, either side. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold right foot back into a lunge. Left foot back to join it. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, release the toes, lift the crown, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Small mountain. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Other side. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet. Left foot back to a lunge. Right foot joins it. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, rise up, your choice. Exhale, lower down, your choice, and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward. Right foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. And then just bring yourself down onto your mat, preparing for your guided rest. Come down on your back, just like where we started our movement practice. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Actually, let's go this way for the close. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms up. Lengthen through your crown. Bring your lower spine against the mat. Take a moment here in guided rest to provide yourself with any additional support that you may want in this posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that will provide you 1% more support. Go ahead and avail yourself of that now. And then your job here is simply to let go. You're done, be done, allow yourself to be done. Release any analysis of the practice. Release any conversation, any competition, certainly any condemnation. Just let yourself be, feel into the supports along the entire backside of your body. Feel into your mat and gravity holding you here. Feel into what it is like to let go, to trust the moment completely, to allow yourself to just be, to accept everything as it is in this moment, to just surrender to stillness and freedom, peace, to just be for a moment. Now, if you have a wandering mind, know that that is the nature of the mind, to wander. And if you have a busy mind that just will not let you be, then I suggest that you give your mind a simple task. Ask your mind to simply track or scan your body from the crown of the head, gently and slowly and patiently, from the crown, moving all the way down, bit by bit by bit, to the soles of your feet. And in the scan or track, you're simply just observing or noting where there might be any tension or tightness, any constriction or contraction. No need to do anything, just noticing. With gentle curiosity. Oh, a little bit of tension there, a little bit of tightness there. Just notice. Just observe yourself. Allow yourself to just be in a state of witnessing. See if you can let go just a little bit more. Experiment with the concept of rest. What does rest mean for you? What does that look like for you? How does that feel for you? What is it like to simply rest in this minute? And we're going to spend a minute in rest in the awesome power of silence. On your next inhale, I invite you to reacquaint yourself with your body by wiggling your toes and your fingers and rotating your wrists and your ankles. As you breathe and continue to breathe, continue to reacclimate, bringing your heels toward your hips, extending your right arm alongside your head so that your bicep is by your ear. Taking a moment to prepare yourself before gently rolling to your right side, letting that arm cradle your head and neck. Taking a moment on your right side just to prepare yourself to be upright again. And then when you are ready, bringing your left arm in front of your torso and using your left arm to help leverage yourself back to a seated posture. Finding your seated posture and your connection, once again, rooting into those places of connection that are supporting you, extending and lengthening the spine, bringing yourself back into awareness of what it is like to be seated, finding your breath, and on your inhale, bringing your hands to prayer once again. And allowing to arise in your heart space one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you witness yourself in gratitude there in your space, I will take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to stay here in your grateful witnessing state for as long as you like. And more importantly, I encourage and invite you that when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.